back, and let us focus today on, see, we downloaded the software. Okay, we downloaded the software, we unzipped it, then we installed it. Okay, we had a concept called recipe, and we installed B2C recipe. Okay, now I also use some terms called accelerator, and you guys have understood what an accelerator means. Accelerator is something which will help or enable you to develop your website faster. Okay, now today guys, we are gonna see we are gonna see how to set up Eclipse in Eclipse. I mean, how to set up stuff in Eclipse. Okay, and we are gonna go a little detail into Hybris architecture and how Spring is playing its role, and then finally we'll see what kind of pages. Today it is going to be a little marathon session. Okay, almost 1 hour 45 minutes, so I want you guys to get all your water bottles, etc., right beside you. Okay, I'm starting right now. Okay, so guys, I have my I have my extensions. Okay, so guys, in Java, we have something called projects, right? In Java we have something called project. What is a project, guys? Hello, guys, somebody needs to talk to me, otherwise it is not going to be easy. What is a project? Please talk to me. Guys, please. You come here to learn. Without making without talking to me, you can never learn. Please. What is a Java project? I just asked a very simple question. Okay, since nobody wants to talk, it's okay. So if I say create and say Java project and give some name, okay, if I give some name like Ram or something like that, okay, and if I say finish, okay. So guys, what do you see inside a Java project here? At least please answer this. You see a source folder, you see a JRE system, right? Library, some library, okay. All right. So guys, let me download or get extensions. Okay, in Hybris we don't call them projects, we call them extensions. Okay, we call them extensions. So I say right click, okay, then I'll say import, then I'll try to import existing projects into workspace. I'll say next, I'll browse to that particular place where I have my tech batch. Okay, then I'll select Hybris, I'll select Win. Okay, or I'll just select Hybris. Okay, I'll select Hybris and say okay. That's a finish. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll stop this build automatically. Okay. All right, guys. I got all my Hybris stuff. Okay, all my Hybris stuff. When I say Hybris stuff, these are nothing but your extensions. Okay, I got all my Hybris extensions into Eclipse now. So it's a very simple thing. Just go right click, import, and get existing projects into workspace, and I have everything. Okay, let us try to analyze. What is the structure of extension. Okay, what is the structure of extension? Okay, so let us take a simple simple one. Okay, let us take a simple one. Come on, my Eclipse hung. Just wait on this. Yeah, it's back. Okay, so guys, for now, I'll just take something called YMT. Okay, I'll explain YMT. What is YMT? So YMT is an extension. It is in fact a template. We'll talk about templates a little later. So when I say YMT, now can you please see the structure of this, guys? Can you see the structure of it? This has a JRE system like our project does. Then it has some reference library. Yes, even in our project, we'll get a reference library when you are using external jars. Okay. Then we have the source folder, then we have the web source folder, then we have test source folder, then we have generated source, then we have library folder, then we have resources folder, then we have again web folder. Okay. So guys, where will you see this web folder and structure? Where will you see this? When I say right click, new, something like dynamic web project, right? If I say dynamic web project and give a project name as Okay, if I say this and say finish, okay. So now if I go to RAM dynamic web project, okay, something. So here I have something called web content, okay, all this stuff, okay, all this stuff. Now more or less, okay, you can assume, okay, you can assume your basic extension, okay, is as good as your dynamic web project. When I say basic extension, an extension is as good as your dynamic web project. The structure should match, okay, the structure should match. Let me remove this, I don't need this guy here, okay. Now apart from that, okay, guys, I want you to pay attention, at least for now, I want you to pay attention on this particular folder called resources, okay. So guys, resources folder has all your XMLs, Spring configurations, etc., okay. So guys, you are seeing something called beans. Where did you see beans? Where do you see beans? In your Spring framework you see beans, okay. Then I'll talk about what is items.xml a little later. For now, okay, then I have something called spring.xml, okay. Now I have beans, I have spring.xml. Guys, what do you think is the use of this, guys? What do you think can be done using these two? Hello? Guys, are you hearing me?
Configuring beans. Yeah, we're hearing. So configuring beans and maybe some for bean security.
Yeah, always remember in any file that has -beans.xml, you're going to declare the beans. Okay, you're going to declare them. And in spring.xml, you are going to do or use those declared beans and do some kind of dependency injection or whatever other activities. So you understood the purpose of these two. In beans.xml, you will configure them. In spring.xml, you're going to what do you say, you are going to reference them, you're going to do dependency injection. Okay, since I use the word dependency injection, can somebody give me an example, or can somebody please explain what is dependency injection? No Java interview will go without this question. Hello?
Yeah, Ram.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain.
Yeah. Actually, dependency injections, two words: dependency and injection. Dependency means, for example, two class there A. Inside the A class, you can create an object of B class.
Correct.
Then A class is dependent on the B class. And injection means you have to B class injected to the A class. This is known as dependency injection, the technical purpose. You can use for loosely coupled the dependency injection.
Okay.
Means the control of the A inverted to the another part of the central part, like XML files.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We can create in class, then this class to injected in the class A. So the two type of dependency injections there. One is the setter based, another is the constructor based.
In fact, there are three types of dependency injection. Okay, there is something called method lookup dependency injection. Okay, we will talk about them. But for now, guys, let me explain in simple terms. Okay, I have class A. Okay, I have class B. Okay, now imagine I wanted to use B inside class A. Guys, how will I write that? I'll say B small b is equal to new B, correct? Right?
Yes.
Hello? Srinivas,
yes.
Srinivas, Ravi, all of you, please talk to me, okay? If you are so silent, nothing is going to happen, okay? I will think that you guys will understand and I'll just keep going. Please talk to me, okay? All right. So if I wanted to use class B inside class A, I'm going to create it this way, correct? Agreed?
True.
True. Yeah. Okay. Now tomorrow, okay, I felt I wanted to use class C instead of class B. I wanted to use class C. Now if I wanted to do that, again I have to come to class A, change the code. CC is equal to new C. Okay. Now again after this I have to do a build, deploy, etc., all the stuff. Okay. Now because of this tight coupling nature, okay, maintenance will become such a big pain. See, this is a very simple scenario. This scenario is very simple. In fact, imagine you have a particular class which is referenced in 1,000 files. Will you go and change all the 1,000 files? Do you think it is humanly possible? If you have a project and you have class B where it is referenced in 1,000 places, you have to go to those 1,000 places and change. That is a very bad programming practice. Then came dependency injection. Guys, dependency injection is actually a design pattern. It is actually a design pattern. Okay. Now, what is that pattern is, instead of you writing it or directly using it inside the class, okay, you will actually maintain this in an external place, okay, like an XML file, something like springconfig.xml, and you will inject from that XML file. So in XML file, tell me this, guys, whenever you change XML file, do you need to do a full deploy, or you'll just bounce the server? Hello?
What do you mean by full deploy, Ram?
Okay.
Compile.
Yeah.
Compile and
yes, compile, etc. Do everything. If I change something in an XML file, should I do a full deploy, or should I just bounce the server?
Bounce the server.
Bounce the server.
Right. Okay. That is one advantage. And again, tomorrow I don't want to use class C. I wanted to use class D. Okay, class D. Now I have an XML file. I'll go there and change it. That's it. I'm not going to touch my code at all. Okay. This is the power of dependency injection. Instead of you directly, I think Tapan was the one who explained the word loosely coupled. This is what is loosely coupled. Instead of they directly specifying here, we will manage everything from an outside XML file, and that becomes very easy. Okay. See, this is a very simple example. It might seem so foolish. Okay. Why is this guy maintaining XML? Imagine you have a big project where one particular service class is used in thousands of places. So that case, dependency injection will show its power. Okay. All right. So this is dependency injection. Now in your hyphen spring.xml file, you're going to have your dependency injections, all that stuff declared. Okay. All right. Now let me see. Okay. I have my Eclipse. Okay. Inside my Eclipse, I got all of this. Okay. Now let us talk a little bit about our site. Okay. In fact, because all of you are here. Okay. Let us talk about the Hybris architecture, guys. Okay. Let us talk about the architecture. Okay. I'll talk about the sites a little later, but let us talk about architecture. Okay. So guys, in any web application, okay, in any web application, okay, you can basically divide that into three areas. Okay. First area is UI. Okay. UI. Then second area is your business logic area or business application logic area or whatever it is. Okay. I'll say application logic area, business logic area, or whatever it is. Okay. And finally, you have your data layer. When I say data layer, you're talking about your DB. Any doubts on this particular point? This is the basic way. If you want to divide any web project, okay, if you want to divide a web project, this is how you can basically divide it. See, internally there can be a lot of other things. There can be a lot of subdivisions, but at a high level, when I stand at 30,000 feet level, this is the division I see. Okay, I have my UI layer, I have my business logic layer, and my data layer. Any doubts on this?
No.
Okay. Now let us just talk about how will Hybris fit into this. Okay. So guys, in Hybris, okay, in Hybris, okay, all your UI is handled by any front-end framework. Like what are the front-end framework? We have something like Spring MVC. Okay, we have Spring MVC or JSF. Okay, all the front-end can be handled by these guys. Okay, all the UI. Then we have something called a service layer. Okay, we have something called service layer. So guys, what is a service first of all?
Service is nothing but a URL.
An URL?
Yeah.
No.
Service is nothing but URL. We can use this URL to perform some tasks. Like service we can provide. The people means.
No. Okay, tell me this. If I write a Java class which will get some data from the database, is it an URL or it is just a service that is handling or giving you some data?
This is the one service method is there. I mean, method is now a service. This can get the data from the database.
Correct, but why did you use the word URL?
Actually, when I call this service class, at that time you can use the HTTP protocols and
No,
port
no, 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 no.
number.
You are going into web services. Okay, I'm just asking services. You are going to web services. Okay. So service is any Java class that has the power to go and fetch some data, do some kind of job. It can do a calculation, it can get data, it can validate, it can do anything. Okay, it can do anything. Okay. So we have a service layer. Okay. Now guys, see, I have service layer here. Okay. Now, how will my service layer talk to my front end layer, guys? How will it talk to this? Guys, how will it talk to
So
my service layer?
through controller.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I like the word controller. Guys, it's very easy. It is through dependency injection.
Okay.
Got it? See, your UI layer will stop at the controller level. Okay. Any request you get from the front end will go to the controller. From the controller, everything will be handled by the service layer. Okay, everything will be handled by the service layer. Now, how will you get these services into controller is through dependency injection. Got it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And guys, and finally we have something called as DTO. I mean, you can say data layer or whatever you wanted to call, something that is related to your data. Okay. Now in Hybris, okay, in Hybris, we will never touch the database. Never. Okay. We will never touch the database. It is all the duty of service layer to touch it. Okay. You will never create any table, rather you will never create or you can never go and watch this. Guys, in general, in our regular web applications, whenever there is an issue, you will go immediately to Toad or some SQL command or something and go execute your queries and see the data for yourselves, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You will never do that in Hybris. You are never supposed to do that. For that reason, there is no DBA role in Hybris. In Hybris, there is no DBA. Okay. So I have my UI, okay, and as I said, my UI is all handled by Spring MVC, and in Spring MVC I have a controller, and in the controller I will have all my service classes. They talk to each other using dependency injection, and when I say service, a service can be as good as going and fetching data from database and giving it back. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand until this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong.
Yeah. Let us go a little deeper. Okay. So guys, when I say we don't have to touch the database, there should be somebody else who is dealing with all that stuff, right? There should be somebody else. When we don't do it, okay, I said we will not write any, when I say we will not write any specific queries or anything, there should be some kind of architecture that is helping you in manipulating all your data. Okay. So what is that framework called, guys? What is that framework called? From Java.
Hibernate.
Okay, that is Hibernate, but it is called as ORM. Okay, ORM is object relational mapping. Okay. Now guys, I have my UI layer, I have my service layer, I have my DB layer. So guys, this particular line what you are seeing is nothing but a Hibernate. Okay. So your service layer, okay, will utilize the capabilities of Hibernate and then talk to database. It will never even directly talk to the database. Okay. We are just gonna go a little deeper. Now instead of 3 layers, I have 4 layers. Okay. Your Hibernate is this layer. Okay. So again, let us try to frame this again. I have my Spring MVC, I have my controller, my service layer is talking to controller via dependency injection. Within my service layer, I have references to Hibernate, and my Hibernate will talk to the database. My service layer, my service classes will never talk to them. It is all the Hibernate classes that are going to talk. Okay, next question. Guys, how can I integrate? See, my service layer is all Spring, correct? Because I'm going to use dependency injection. Now, the next important question, how can Hibernate and Spring talk to each other? Guys, how can you integrate both Hibernate and Spring?
Yeah, there is two XML files.
Okay. Okay.
One is the Hibernate configuration file, HVM. Another Spring configuration file. This is the bin.
Okay. Now my question is, I understand this configuration files. You are going too deep. My question is, at a high level, how will these two talk to each other? Srinivas, I'll pick guys now. Okay, you have to answer me. How will Hibernate and Spring talk to each other?
So there should be some kind of jar files provided by Spring through which you can.
That is all next level, man. You are going a little deep. I want you to stand at 30,000 feet height and say me how Hibernate and Spring will talk. See, Hibernate is a framework, correct?
Yes.
Spring is a framework, correct?
Correct.
How will two different frameworks talk to each other? That is my question. See, this is a Java-based framework. This is also Java-based framework. Now, how will these two integrate? Vidyadhar? Vidyadhar?
Sorry, I was speaking on mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it should be some data access object framework, probably.
All you guys are going too deep. I am anticipating a simplest of the simplest answer. Okay, it is again through dependency injection. That's all. That is the answer. Okay. Now, how dependency injection is coming through into picture is, guys, what is a framework object of Hibernate? What is a framework object? Can you give me one framework object of Hibernate? Hello.
Session object is there.
Session factory, not session. Session factory. Session is Java object. Session factory is Hibernate object. Session factory. You remember this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now session factory is injected into any service layer classes using dependency injection. Okay. Again, we'll have an XML file where session factory is declared as a bean, and this bean is injected, and from that object, from the session factory object, you can do whatever you want. You can do session factory. I mean, you can have the save or remove or whatever function you wanted to do. Guys, am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Bijay?
Yes,
yeah, Bijay, did you follow me until this point?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Guys, what is the speciality of Hibernate? Why Hibernate?
Yeah, Hibernate is a database independent language.
Okay, I like this word. Okay, database independent. Very good word. Okay, database independent. Okay, perfect. This is the answer, guys. Okay. So the reason why they chose Hibernate or any ORM framework is, see, today I will use Oracle. Tomorrow my mind might change, or my project requirement might change, and I will go to a SQL Server. So when I change from Oracle to SQL Server, if I had coded everything in JDBC, I would have to rewrite all those queries. Correct or no?
Yeah, correct.
Yes or no? Correct, right? Now, it is like this, guys. It is like this. It's the simplest example. Imagine, okay, I will choose somebody today. Okay, imagine Vidyadhar. Okay, imagine Vidyadhar is a CEO of a company. Okay, he is a CEO of a company. Okay, now his company has branches in India, China, Japan, US, UK, so and so. Okay, some 5-6 countries. Now tell me, if Vidyadhar wants to communicate a message okay, what is the best option? Should he learn Chinese, Japanese, then whatever other languages? Should he learn this, or should he hire a translator who will do that job for him? What is the easiest way?
Translator is there.
So you are using a translator. Whatever you wanted to say, you will say this to translator, and the translator will communicate. Correct?
Yeah.
Similarly, our service layer, okay, which is nothing but Vidyadhar here, okay, it will only talk to Hibernate, which is our translator. Our Hibernate, okay, the best thing about Hibernate, it doesn't care. Okay, it knows how to handle with different databases. Okay, guys, did you follow me until now? Okay, let us bring everything together. Okay, I have my UI layer, then I have my service layer, then I have my Hibernate, which is my persistence layer. I should call this word persistence layer, and I have my data layer or DB, whatever. Okay, so UI layer is Spring MVC, okay, or JSF or whatever it is. Service layer is just regular Java classes or whatever it is, and you have your Hibernate stuff here, and finally your data is here. Did you understand hybrid structure until now, guys?
Yeah.
The problem comes when we put everything together. Okay, the problem comes when we put everything together. It becomes a very complicated architecture. So Spring MVC is a very easy thing to learn. Okay, very easy. I mean, it is very easy, at least for me or for most of the people. Again, regular Java classes are also easy. Hibernate is also easy. But when you integrate all these architectures, it is big pain. Okay, it is big pain. So did you understand the structure? Now I'm going to show you a diagram. Okay, I'm going to show you a diagram. So all this, why I explained is, if you see the diagram now, you will understand Hybris architecture very, very easily. Okay. Guys, are you with me?
Yeah.
You seem to be very quiet.
Yes.
Population. I don't know why. I mean, is it not exciting?
Because you're explaining well. No, you're explaining well. That's
Oh, you don't want to explain me well, and then you'll ask questions? You don't want me to?
No, because you're explaining well, we are not having questions. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay. Somebody were asking something. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ram, Vidyadhar here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just wondering, since we're talking about the architecture, so how does it actually really work in the real-time scenario where, you have to cluster your application, right? So how does it work, since you don't need application server here?
Yeah. All your questions.
What kind of infrastructure?
Yeah, all your questions will be answered in 2 seconds. Okay. There you go.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Okay. All right, guys. This is what I was trying to get it into your mind all this while. Okay. This is what I was trying to do. Okay. So see this, guys. Okay. Focus on what I said. There are so many other terms. Don't bother about them. Okay. We'll go to those terms later on. See, as I said, our front end, our UI layer is Spring MVC. Okay. Our front end, our UI layer is Spring MVC. Perfect. Okay. Now I use the word service layer after that. Okay. Now see this, guys, there is something called service layer API. Service layer API. Don't worry about everything else. We'll talk about them later. There is something called service layer API. Guys, after service layer API, okay, in blue color, are you seeing core persistence framework? Core persistence framework. Okay, this is our Hibernate. Okay, now when you have everything, okay, you have your app server. By default, Hybris gives us Apache Tomcat. Okay, Apache Tomcat. And we have our DB. Okay, what are all the DBs that are supported? SAP HANA, Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, MongoDB, etc., etc. So guys, this is my UI, this is my service, this is my Hibernate, this is my data. Any questions? Okay, if no questions, I'll go a little deep inside this now. If no questions, only no questions, I'll go a little deep. Okay, I'm assuming no questions. Okay, before I proceed, one interesting question. Guys, what is the difference between a web server and an application server?
Yeah, Ram.
Yes, go ahead.
Web server, we can connect to the static data. So we can retrieve the static like images and HTML files, and also we cannot retrieve the data from the database.
Okay.
At that time, we can use the application server. Application server can face the application logic. We can run the application logic in the application server, not in the web server.
Excellent, excellent. What he said is absolutely right. Guys, if you have a static content, it will go inside web server. Okay. If you have dynamic content where you need to talk to database or do some kind of business logic, etc., everything will be in application server. Now there comes the next question. Apache Tomcat, is it a web server or an application server?
Application server, actually it's a servlet container.
Yeah, see, if I say application server, it is a servlet container, no matter what. But my question is, Apache Tomcat, is it a web server or an application server?
It's an application server.
It's an application server. Okay. Guys,
it's a
Okay, go ahead. Somebody is saying, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So generally, from what I see is that it's called an web server because it does not support EJBs and other things. So basically, the WebLogic and other applications which support EJB and other that kind of architecture are called applications.
No.
That is my knowledge.
No, don't say EJB is one kind of framework. Okay, within EJB is ultimately okay. See, as long as if something is able to handle your web requests, okay, if you're able to handle your web requests and do some kind of application logic processing, okay, Apache Tomcat is an application server, okay, application server. Now, Apache, okay, Apache is your web server, Tomcat is your application server, okay. They've mixed both of them so that it will do all the jobs. Am I making sense, guys? If I download only Apache, it is just a web server. Okay. If I download only Tomcat, it is just a container, servlet container. I need to mix both of them so that it becomes a complete application server. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You have to agree to me because I've learned this. Okay. So Apache Tomcat, okay. Apache Tomcat is an application server. Guys, when you get time, please go to Google and do this. Okay. Apache, what is Apache? What is Tomcat? Okay. Apache is a company who does the web server. Tomcat is the servlet container, and they work together. Okay. It is just a project. They became friends and then they're helping us. That's all. All right. Okay. So guys, any questions on this? Okay. If you have no questions, then I'm going to go a little deep inside this.
Yeah, one question is there, how to connect front end and accelerator?
What is that?
Actually, accelerator, how works accelerator in the front end and the API service?
See, you are asking me what I'm gonna teach in next few minutes. Okay. See, don't worry. I'm gonna my next target is that only. Okay. I wanted to go a little deep, means I'm gonna even more dissect this particular image what you're seeing. Okay. So guys, according to our discussion, okay, what all will come under service layer? I have my accelerator and there is this yellow color thing. Then I have something called payment, promotion, etc. Then I have platform. Guys, are you with me? This is a very important concept. I have my accelerator, I have my service layer, I have my other extensions, and I have my platform. So whatever I said, like UI is Spring MVC, then I have my service layer, then I have my core persistence framework, which is Hibernate, and I have my DB. Okay. Now whatever is in between, I want you guys to focus on whatever it is in between. The between thing is nothing but accelerator, service layer, API, whatever. Now we are going to discuss more detail inside this. Okay. Now see this, guys. According to the diagram, okay, where is platform? Guys, where is platform? Beneath the service layer, correct? Guys, please speak to me.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. So beneath the service layer and very close to persistence framework, correct? Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Now let us open our installation. Okay. If I go to tech batch, Hybris bin platform. Guys, are you seeing this folder platform? Okay. So guys, in Hybris, the entire Hybris is built on top of platform, is built using platform. Without platform, there is no Hybris. So the bottom line is, you should never touch this folder. You should never even go inside and change anything. If you want to change something, there is another way, but you are never gonna go inside this particular folder and play with it. Don't do it. You are not supposed to do it. Yes. Did you follow this point, guys?
Yeah, Ram, one question.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, one question. Platform folder, what is container? What content?
Platform folder is container. What did you ask?
Actually, asking platform folder, what it contains.
Okay, what it contains. Okay, I'll explain. You're going a little fast. Okay, kindly pace along with me. Okay, so guys, as I said, everything in Hybris is built on top of platform. Okay, using platform. Now we'll go inside platform. Okay, you have to hold your senses for now. Okay, now as I said, you should never change or do anything inside platform. You should never do it. Okay, now there is a way. Guys, you remember some time back, okay, last time when we installed, okay, when we finished our installation, we typed in localhost 9001, correct? Yes or no? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now somebody asked me.
Yeah.
Yes, Ram.
Somebody asked me from where, how did the system understand that the port is 9001? Where did we declare it? Because generally, guys, what is Tomcat's port number? Hello? What is Tomcat's?
8080.
8080. Perfect. Okay.
8080.
8080. Okay. So, but I am using 9001. How did it understand? Okay. It understood because of a configuration that is there inside this particular file called project.properties, which is inside platform folder. If I go inside this, okay, if I go inside this, okay, maybe I just highlighted it. You see this? Tomcat HTTP port 9001. You are clearly mentioning which port you are supposed to listen on. Okay. All right. So this is why localhost 9001 was working for us. Okay. Now, all right, guys. See this? See, you are seeing a lot of other folders. What is the folder name, guys? Can somebody read this folder name? Hello. Guys, what is the
Ram, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
ext-accelerator.
Okay. So don't read it.
ext. I think there is a slight lag actually. Okay.
You have to read it as extension accelerator. Okay. ext is, yes, ext is ext, but it means extension. Okay. It means extension. Now, guys, all these extensions, whatever you are seeing here is built using platform, Okay. Now let me go inside platform folder. See, platform folder is pretty much like an extension, but it has a special feature. Okay. Now if I see inside platform, there is a folder called ext again, which is nothing but extension. Let me open this. Okay. So guys, how many items are there here? 18. Correct?
Yes.
So these 18 extensions are called as core extensions, without which nothing will exist. Okay. These 18 whatever you are seeing are called as core extensions, C-O-R-E, core extensions. Okay. Now let me go back to the architectural diagram. Okay. If I see, okay, inside my architectural diagram, inside platform, okay, more or less you will see the same names. Okay. When I say same names, you are seeing classification, you are seeing something like catalog. Okay. Then we have something called as session, model, tenant, cluster, authentication, user. See, all these are provided by these guys. Okay. These 18 are very, very crucial. Okay. We'll go more deep a little later, because if I start this one, okay, it will go on forever. We'll need at least 2 sessions to focus on this. Okay. Now, as I said, I have my platform folder. Inside my platform folder, I have my core extension. Okay. And all my other extensions are built using platform folder. You guys agree to this statement? You should agree. At least now you should agree.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we just looked at the architecture. As I said, I have my platform folder. Inside my platform folder, I have my core extensions. All other extensions, whatever you are seeing inside this green, okay, these are nothing but the services or extensions which are created using what is there in platform folder. So platform folder is a crucial one, and everything is built using those platform. Okay. Now after this, okay, tell me this. See, I can expose it as a service. See, I have a Java class. Can I expose it as a web service?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. If it is a web service call, I can expose it that way. Otherwise, I can use that reference in any other classes and use it as a regular service. So whatever you are seeing in this yellow line, it is just nothing but an API. API is, it is a way where you can talk to somebody else or some other class. That's all. Okay. Now, guys, this particular word accelerator, we spoke about it. Okay. Now let us try to understand it in a little detail. See, I have so many services. See, we are gonna, Hybris is an e-commerce engine. Any question on this? No. Okay. Now any e-commerce functionality, any e-commerce website, okay, what are all the basic services that are needed, guys? What are all the basic services? Hello? Guys.
Checkout.
Okay, checkout. Okay, checkout. Next.
Payment. Next. Payment gateway.
Next.
Product notification.
Product data. Etc.
Product. Pricing.
Yeah, pricing. Okay, perfect. So you agree these are all services, basic services that are needed, correct? Now, yes. Just pay attention. My accelerator is nothing but wrapping all these services, which means within my accelerator, I have all these services. Now, if I have all these services before I start working on a project, don't you think it is very easy for me to customize them and use them?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that is the reason why they call this particular thing as accelerator. Accelerator is not a new thing, okay? They've wrapped up all the services and they are saying, hey, all the required, pre-required or whatever, all the basic services that are needed to run an e-commerce engine, we'll package it and give it to you. You use it according to your need. If you want, you can customize it. See, once they give us a base, it is very easy for us to customize. It is just tweaking. Instead of plus, if you wanted to do a multiplication, you'll just change that plus into multiply and it is your customization. As simple as that. So your accelerator is nothing but all your services mixed together or bound together. It is nothing but your accelerator. Now tell me, if I give you an accelerator and say, hey, I need a product service, the product service is already there inside accelerator, correct?
True.
My pricing, hey, I want a pricing service is already there. Similarly, whatever basic services that are needed, that are already there within the framework. So that is the reason why we group everything together and say it an accelerator. Accelerator is something which is, because all the services are readily available, it is very easy for us to develop a website. That is the reason why it is called accelerator. Accelerator is making things fast. If something is already existing, it is very easy, right? Yes or no?
Correct. Yes.
Did you understand the point, guys? See, yeah. If I give you like nuts, bolts, everything, like all the spare parts of a car and try to ask you to assemble, it will be a little difficult. If I give you engine, if I give you chassis, if I give you tires, if I give you everything as an individual, already they are all molded, okay? Already they are all in good shape. If I give you this, it is a little easier, right, for you to bring up a car? See, rather than starting from nut, bolt, then all the plates, clutch plate, whatever it is, if I give you all the basic things as a part, like when you say, okay, if I give you a complete engine, if I give you an engine, to put an engine into chassis is very easy, rather than manufacturing the complete engine. That is what we are trying to achieve using accelerator. Accelerator is already there, they have manufactured and kept it. You take it, use it, tinker it, tweak it, whatever you wanted to do it, and make it according to your according to your usage and push it. Okay?
One doubt is there, Ram.
Yeah, go ahead.
Accelerator is an engine, e-commerce engine. Yeah.
No, everything together will be called e-commerce engine. How can you call accelerator alone? Everything, see, it should have your front end, it should have your service layer, it should have your DB layer, it should have everything. Only then it is called a complete e-commerce engine. It is one of the part, I would say.
Okay.
Using that, things can be made much faster.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Like, see this. If you pay attention in platform, there are some services like authentication, user. See, you don't need to write all these routes, right? If you are creating a web application, you have to write all this. But this guy has already written all this. Whatever basic needed, he has written it and he's giving you, which will make your life much easier. Okay. All right. So, guys, the architecture. I wanted to speak about architecture only to a certain level, because beyond that, if I speak, you will not understand most of the things. So I will close my topic on architecture until this point. So you know what is a UI here, you know what is a service layer, you know what is a persistent layer, and you know what is a data layer here. You understood all these 4 points? If you understood this, then this class, whatever we took for the last 50 minutes, is fruitful. Otherwise, it is waste. I hope you understood it, because nobody spoke any word. Oh, all right. So guys, we saw how to put up in Eclipse. Okay. We just looked at the architecture. Now let us go to the next topic. The next topic is, guys, what did we do in the last class?
Initialize.
Okay. We ran initialization. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we installed and initialized Hybris.
Okay, we installed and initialized Hybris. So after we initialized, okay, guys, after we initialize, our duty is to understand what are all that are available after initialization. Okay, what are all that are available after initialization. Okay, now, guys, you remember this screen that day? We went to this particular screen, initialization, and we hit this button, correct? Yes or no? We did that. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
guys, what you are seeing is Hybris administration console. So somebody were asking me, what is the role of a system administrator, right? Somebody were saying they are seeing some roles like Hybris system administrator, right? I think you guys asked me in the last question. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
guys,
I had asked it. Yeah.
Okay. If you have a system administrator, he's going to work only in this particular place, Hybris administration console. Okay. There are so many things to it. We'll go into each one of them a little later. But for now, understand this is Hybris administration console. Okay. Similar to Hybris administration console, we have something called as management console. Okay. Management console. Now, guys, see how to remember all these URLs is very simple. Okay. Localhost 9001 and slash type MCC, M for Madras, C for Chennai, C for Chennai, MCC, okay, and hit enter. All right. So guys, I'll explain what is MCC means. Okay. MCC is multi-channel cockpit. Multi-channel cockpit. Okay. Now my next question is, what is a cockpit, guys? At least tell me where you heard the word cockpit. Where did you hear it?
In aircraft.
In aircraft, perfect. If you look, are you in US?
No, I'm in India.
Okay. Guys,
cockpit is.
Guys, 1 minute. I just go have a cup of water and come back. Just be there. Just be there. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, go ahead. We were talking about cockpit. What is cockpit?
It's a centralized view of all the functions which we have for a specific product, or in case of aircraft, it is like controls for aircraft. Maybe in this case, whatever functionalities Hybris provides.
Okay, perfect. See, cockpit is a place where you can sit and control everything. Okay. So when you are in an aeroplane, your pilot, your captain, okay, he sits inside a cockpit, and from there he controls everything, every light, including every small light that you are able to operate. he can operate it from inside the cockpit. Okay. Now, Hybris has something. I mean, in Hybris there are a lot of cockpits, but each cockpit has its own name. Okay, something like product cockpit, etc., etc. Okay. For now, let us see this. I went inside MCC. Okay, I went inside MCC. Okay, and I'm gonna hit on something called as what is this? Okay, so I'm gonna hit on something called as HMC. HMC is Hybris Management Console. Okay, this is not a cockpit. This is a console. Okay, cockpit is different. We'll talk about cockpit a little later. Okay, let me go to HMC. HMC is Hybris Management Console. Okay, now again I'll just log in. Okay, now see this, guys. Whatever you are seeing. Okay, whatever you are seeing here. Okay, this is Hybris Management Console. Now there are so many things inside this. We'll talk about them a little later. Okay, but for now, okay, we wanted to visit our demo site. Okay, Hybris out of the box gives some demo site. Okay, now how to go to the demo site is, okay, I don't know what is the URL. Okay, but if I go to WCMS, WCMS is Web Content Management System. Okay, guys, there are so many terms. Okay, you have to start learning them. There is no other option. Okay, so inside this, I click on websites. I see 3 websites: Apparel UK, Apparel DE, and Electronics. Okay, I'll go to electronics site. Okay, I'll go to electronics site, and I'll go to the second tab, WCMS Cockpit Properties, and I'll take this particular URL. Okay, I'll take this particular URL. Go here, type localhost 9001. Okay, and copy paste this, and say enter. So guys, what did I do? I went to localhost 9001/MCC. From MCC, I came to HMC. To HMC, I came to WCMS. From WCMS, I went to websites. I opened the second tab and I copied the URL and I pasted it. Okay, I came here. Okay. So guys, what is this page?
Home page. Home page. Yeah.
Perfect. This is home page. Okay. Home page. Now, if I click on this brands, okay, so guys, what is the next page?
Product details page, project listing page.
Product listing page, listing page.
Yes.
Guys, please be very careful about the terminology. Product listing page, PLP. Okay, just keep it short, PLP. Okay, so you have a list of products here. You have a list of products. Okay, if I click on any product, I'll go inside something called as product detail page. Okay, where I'll have details about the product. Okay, so we started with home page, we came to product listing page, and we came to product detail page. Okay, we came to product detail page. Now if I want to buy this, I'll just say add to cart and go do checkout. Correct? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, for now, let us not worry about checkout and stuff, because we have to talk lot many other things. So I want you to understand one thing, guys. Okay, just put it inside your mind. Okay, put it inside your mind. Okay, PLP. Okay, PLP, product listing page. Okay, is derived through Solar. Solar is our search engine. So anything inside PLP, we have to think only about Solar. That's all. Okay. Solar drives PLP. Solar drives PLP. Your entire PLP is dependent on Solar. Okay. Now PDP. PDP is nothing but your product detail page. This is all coming through directly from database. Okay. So guys, do you know what Solar is?
No.
Okay, it is good if you don't know. It will become easy for me to handle. All right. So guys, Solar is a search engine. Okay, Solar is a search engine, and it also does some kind of indexing. Okay, we'll look at what a search engine and indexing a little later. But please keep these statements in your mind. PLP means Solar. Solar means PLP. That's it. You just keep these 2 points in your mind. Okay. PDP, we are getting it from database. Okay. All right. So guys, we kind of looked at our demo site. Okay, our demo site. I want you guys to look at the demo site as well. Okay, go to the home page. Okay, we have some navigation links here. Click on any navigation link. You'll go to PLP. In PLP, click on any product. You'll go to PDP. Okay. So guys, what is the specialty of PLP? Right.
List all the products.
Correct. And it is derived through Solar. And another thing is it has filters. Filters. What is the purpose of filters?
Narrow the search.
Okay. Guys, filters will narrow the search. Okay. Filters will narrow the search, which means the customer can reach to his product much faster. Right? Narrowing the search is nothing but going to the product faster, right?
Yeah.
Yes, guys. Agree to this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, guys, let us put everything, whatever we discussed until now. So today we started with, after installation, initialization, we started to get our project into Eclipse. Okay. Then we started about talking about Spring, what is Spring and etc. We talked about dependency injection a bit. Then we talked about Hybris architecture. Okay, we spoke about Hybris architecture, like what is the UI, what is the service layer, and then what is the persistence layer, and finally the data layer. Okay, we talked about the demo site. Okay, we just browsed through the pages, etc., etc. We just spoke about what is PDP, what is PLP, and the most important point is Solar runs your PLP. Okay, your PLP is completely driven through Solar. Okay, guys, any questions until this point?
What?
You're all clear, right? I mean, because I'm done for today's session. Okay. Now I want you guys to ask me some questions or any other concerns that you have. Anybody wants to talk to me?
Yeah. One question I have is, so on the left hand side you have these attributes, right? So will you talk about the attributes in a later session?
What do you mean by attributes? Are you talking about the filter things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
So these. Okay, so I mean, I think they are indexed through Solar, right?
Yeah, they are indexed to Solar. I don't want to use all the terms in second class itself. People will run away if I do that. They'll think we can never understand. So, okay. So, yeah.
Okay.
See, there is a schedule. Okay, I wrote this schedule a year ago. Maybe I have to modify it a little. So, guys, this is how I learned Hybris. Okay, and I have successfully trained almost 300 candidates using this schedule, and people are working in Hybris projects. Absolutely, they're enjoying it. Okay, so everything will go step by step. But guys, did you try to connect the dots, like the Spring framework, Hibernate framework, how they came into existence, and how Spring MVC, when they combine all this, how it became Hybris? Did you understand the entire architecture now? At least at a high level.
Yeah.
Yes.
If not,
yes, Ram. This is Srinivas. Yeah. I think I understood at least.
Yeah, good. So yeah, we'll take baby steps. As I said, I don't want to deal with everything in one day. Okay. So tomorrow, when I said tomorrow, Sunday evening, US time, Monday morning, your time, we are going to look at what is extension, what is local dot properties, what is local extensions, what is items dot. Guys, where did we see this particular file, items.xml? Which folder?
Items will be in specific extension, but
folder inside that.
It's in the root folder.
Come on, resources.
Local.extension.
No, resources.
Local.extension.
No.
Local.extension.
Resources, I guess.
Yeah, resources.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
See, I didn't talk about local data extensions. Why are you talking about it? I didn't even mention.
Because you highlight.
No,
you were highlighting it. Okay.
It was an accidental highlight by my mouse. Okay. My daughter plays with
okay.
my mouse.
Item is from resources.
Yeah, item.xml is always in resources. Okay. What other files are there apart from apart from items.xml in resources folder?
Spring config. We have
Spring and beans. Okay, beans folder. Okay.
Beans.
Tapan, go ahead. Tapan, why are you typing all questions here? You can ask me. User mic not working properly.
One doubt is how get the initialization page?
Huh?
What the URL?
What is that?
Actually, where is coming initialization page? How getting the initialization page? What the URL?
Sorry, I can't understand. What is
Ram? He's asking. Ram is asking how do you get to the initialization page? So it should be localhost :9001.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. After installing, if you start your server, hit localhost 9001. Guys, did you get my recording or not, by the way?
No, we did not get.
Hey, come on. I think everybody got it except you because you left a little earlier.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have your email. I thought of sending it, but I didn't have your email.
Okay. So maybe I will ping my email in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey Ram, Vidyadhari here again.
Yeah.
Do you have instruction for Mac? In fact, the installation instruction for Mac?
It is very straightforward. Instead of bat file, you have to use .sh file. That's all. Wherever there is bat file, use sh file.
Okay. And JDK version 8 for Mac, right?
Yeah,
Instead of Windows.
That is JDK version will remain as is. Okay, we cannot change that, but.
Okay.
1 minute, guys.
Thanks.
I'll make a note of all this. I'm so sorry. Last time you guys gave me the email IDs, but I'll save this time. Guys, if you don't mind, please go ahead and type your email IDs again. I'm so sorry to ask you again. I kind of shut down my machine last time without saving them, so I lost all that. Wait, let me see if I have them. No, I don't have it, guys. Please go ahead. I got Srinivas, then Vidyadhar. Okay. Hold on, I have Surabhi. Okay, I have Vidyadhar, Surabhi, Tapan, Ravi, Bijoy. Guys, can you also please go ahead and put your email ID? Okay. I got Sri Om. Okay. Okay. Then Bijoy. Okay. Guys, please go through this particular session again, okay? Because you should get a lot of doubts. Because if you say, if I explained everything correctly, then that is not good to me. Please, again, go through them and come up with more questions, okay? I want you guys to research a lot and come back here, okay? All right, I'm stopping the recording, okay? I'm stopping the recording. If people want to talk to me on anything else,